Okay, now we're going to extend the footsteps and add a little bit of a wave or maybe arm, something. Let's see. So let's get my bones back. I'm going to select Omni Bones this time. And we'll select the bone here. And extending the footsteps are actually quite easy. All you really need to do, go to footstep mode. Let's go to the top viewport and let's get the footsteps that we know we like, 3 to 10. Because by the time he's on footsteps, we can actually go get footstep 2. Because I think by the time he's on 2, he starts his walk. Because it starts at 0. 2 looks good all the way to, yeah, all the way to 10. Okay, so this is really quite easy. Let me go to top viewport. Now all we need to do is go here where it says copy footsteps, and I'll paste. It's going to give me a little bit of a buffer here. The red ones are letting me know that I'm going to copy all those footsteps, and then we're going to do, for some reason it disappears. I just had to re-click the copy button, and this should paste over it, and another paste. And I can copy and paste these all day long. So we have 42 footsteps. Let's go to the perspective view. And for this, maybe let's, it's a good idea to set up a camera because we can kind of understand. But I'm going to use my perspective view just to get my composition down. Do we want them going across, or do we want them kind of going? Let's have them going at a diagonal. Okay, he kind of starts there, and he walks off. So we're going to have him wave at us about, 19, 20, and then he's going to walk off. Let's get him a little bit off camera. So so he's just lumbering along. He sees us and then he waves. Okay, so I'm just going to do a save as, just so I don't have to redo that copy and paste. And I'm just going to call this wave. Oops. I got cap locks on. Wave, and this is going to be 07. 07 monster wave. So what we're going to do is, as he, and now I'm going to, I have bones. I need to get out of footstep mode. That's right. Let me save that. Don't want to be in footstep mode for that. And I'm going to go in here, and I'm just going to take my time. Take my timeline and give myself more space, and that's with the control and the alt and the left, the right mouse button and the left mouse button, and this is with no controls, just the middle mouse button. So just so I have a little bit more, a clearer idea of the keys that I want to play with, adjust. So let's say as soon as he steps down at 19, he sees us. And I got his head here. Now, of course, it makes sense just to do this out on layers. And if I don't like it, I can just, so I'm going to create another layer. And what we need to do is, so it's at 335. Let's put a key for his head and actually his whole body. Why don't we do that? If I click here, it looks like I have the thigh. No, let me see. 47 on. I selected on close to his middle. I got his pelvis, and I'm going to turn on the auto key, and I'm going to go to, and this probably is a good idea just to, and we won't be adjusting the height of his feet or the height of his waist, so we shouldn't have to put any IK, but you know what? Why not? We'll bring the IK over and update that. And so that's the IK we have on the feet. And then what we're going to do is, what else? I need to make keyframing info. And let's see. Actually, everything's already over. Let me see. I want to put a key for his rotation, just to make sure. His vertical keys. Now, I probably won't use them, but I have a placeholder there. I'm gonna have to go to a. Yeah, there we go. And maybe what I'll do is change my layout to something like this, perhaps. Can I move this a little bit? Now this will be my perspective. Let's zoom into him. Oh, no, this is, oh, I messed up. I should have saved it as a camera, so let me go back. I think it's actually too late now. Shoot. I had my composition and I completely messed it up. So undo view change, undo view change. I don't think that's going to let me go back to my configuration. Oh, great, it does. So here we go. That should be my composition. Before I do anything else, let's go here to create camera from view. Okay. Now I can go to this view and go to camera. And if I want to see save frames, which I do, otherwise it won't give me save frames. Show save frames, and that save frame is defined. Let me go to shade it. That save frame is defined by my rendering setup. And I have it on HD TV 1280 by 720. Okay, and that's this grip here. So with that, what do I want to do? I think I want a. I don't know if I like that. Let me see if we have a better layout here. Yeah, well, I guess that's, maybe that's better. And here we can go to, yeah, cameras, turn on save frame. Okay, make this shaded. Now we go to front, there we go. And this can be probably a top. Okay, so tell you the truth, yeah, that's fine. So let's go back to I don't really like that either, tell you the truth. Let's see. Yeah, maybe don't like that either. Okay, that's fine. So we have a key here. I need a key for his head, so turn on auto key. I'm going to key his head. I'm also going to zoom in. I'm going to turn off show cameras in the viewport. I'm going to go here and just double click on this. Actually, well, I just want to key, I don't want his whole, I just wanted the spine. The spine, yeah, the spine here. Let's set a key for the spine there. And so, maybe even the clavicle. I'm just setting keys, and this whole arm here. This arm is going to wave. So if I double click the clavicle, we can just do that. So I'm going to actually have him wave with this arm. He's left-handed. So we should have a key for everything we want at 3:30. So I'm going to have him, when he comes up this time here, he's going to actually be he's going to look at us, maybe at 3:40. I'm going to see how this looks. Go to loco. I'll have him turn towards us a little bit. I'm going to undo that. Don't know if I like that. I'll do that one more time. I need these three spines. He's going to actually rotate towards us. His head's going to rotate towards us. Let me see how that looks. Yeah, he sees us. So then almost 3:40. Yeah, less than a second, about a half second. He sees us. Not liking that he's kind of looking, he's going to kind of keep focusing on us for a few frames. He doesn't really have a neck, so his head can't go over too far. And then now, what I'm going to do is just get the spine here and move these back. Let's see, can I actually get their rotation? Actually, I think their rotation should be straight ahead, and then they rotate it. Best way to do this, I guess I can just eyeball it. So let's say by 370, by 380, he's, well, let's do the wave first and see if it takes long. So you kind of see this, you see what that looks like. Need a little bit more space here. Yeah, he kind of should go over faster here. You know what it is? It's not that. It's this first one. He's not over far enough. So I don't even need this one. Well, let me just do this a little bit more. He looks at us, and then he kind of keeps going over just a little bit. I could have a look at, but you know what? I'm just gonna do it by eye. He looks at us. So his head turns a little bit faster than his spine and his body. Head turns, and then his spine and his body turn over. Yeah, and they lock in. So he looks at us, and then he looks his whole body. Hopefully he turns over, but it's... Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, it's too fast. So let me get his head again. It's just too fast. And I haven't even put any overshoot in this. It's kind of a slow. That is better. He's not really going to have any overshoot. I could put just a little bit if I want, but I really don't think I need it. It's kind of a slow look. Now, heads do kind of dip down when they turn. So once I'm happy with that, I'm going to go through here. I'm on local and just dip it down just a little bit so it kind of goes in the arc. Kind of in the middle. Give it a little bit more. Well, that's probably too much, but let's see. That's too much. And it's actually going faster, so he will get a little bit of overshoot. See if I can use this for an overshoot. You know what? I don't think I'll be able to do that. I can copy this one, go back, use that, a tiny bit of overshoot. Now I have this on, I shouldn't, well, I need it for the spine, so I know how much I went over, but I think it looks terrible now. Yeah. Problem is, this needs to be just a bit. And it locks in too fast. This is, I don't even think I needed this overshoot. It's kind of too slow for the overshoot. Yeah, ugh. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, that's good. So, and he settles back in much easier now. Okay, so that's the arc going down. That's his actual position. Have a little bit of overshoot. And since he went down here, I put him up. And since he left, he went that direction, I went the other direction. And then he settles in nice and slow. And he can now wave at us maybe after he settles in. Let's see. And if I don't like that, which I don't, it's still a little bit too fast. Give him a little bit more time in here. Yeah, that's good. So now, head looks okay. Now, of course, I probably, oh yeah, I did the spine already. So let me think, when is he gonna wave? He's gonna wave about right here. I'm gonna wave when his arm comes back up naturally, and here. That's gonna be the wave. So now, you know, for this, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna perspective. I know I have my camera set up, so this way I can kind of see what I'm doing. So when this arm comes back up here, I want to put a key for it here. So on this whole key here, double click the clavicle, I'm going to double click the clavicle, set a key for it. And then instead of it going back like this on this nice, it's going to come all the way up. So this will be rotated up, maybe out a little bit. And then we have, so I have the top view. And then we have this, I'm on local view. And then we have the hand back. He's going to have to bring it out further from his body because he has big hands. Ooh, be careful. I can make sure I didn't mess that up a little bit. I want to just keep it on one axis. I don't want to keep, there we go. I think we're going to do a wave like that with a little bit of hand action. Let's see. And I can bring it out from the body a little bit. And let's see. His hand is going to now twist towards us maybe and move back. And he's going to open his fingers. So I'm going to double click his, let me see, I'm going to go in here and just first do the thumb. And then I'm going to do each finger. And I'm going to rotate it out a little bit. And let's see how that looks. Doesn't come up too fast, does it? Actually, it might come up too fast. Looks like it comes up pretty fast, so I'm going to double click the clavicle. And I'm going to give myself a lot more time for that. Now it comes up too slow. Let's see here. I might actually fix the rocking back and forth too, which means I'll have to readjust his head. See how I like that. I think it can be a little bit faster. Can be a tiny bit faster, not too much. Yeah, that's about right. So comes up. Now he's got to now hold. Let me see, it comes up. I'm first going to just kind of keep it steady somehow. Do I want to actually bring its clavicle up a little bit? No, I'm not even going to bring its clavicle up. I'm not going to mess with its clavicle. I'm not going to mess with his clavicle. But I'm going to try to keep his arm. See if I can keep his arm up instead of going down here. Let's see if I can bring his arm back up and see how that looks. Kind of keep his arm up so I can actually make it wave. And now it's too far down. I don't want him to wave. I want, yeah, so it's kind of up. And now down a little bit. And now, off. So we're kind of doing straight ahead here. Straight ahead animation. All the others animations kind of been pose to pose, but this is definitely straight ahead because I haven't even resolved the end of the whole body. So this is pretty much straight ahead animation. So let me just take a look and see how that looks. Hey, how's it going there? That's long enough for a wave. I'm going to get myself move over the keys a little bit. Hey, how's it going there? And I think as he brings it up, I'm going to save this because I do a save as Monster Wave 02. So it kind of has a natural, let's see if we bring it up. Let's give it a little bit of an overshoot here as well. Let's see if I can do this and this. So it kind of goes let's see what that looks like. Ooh, it's very mechanical. Don't like it. This has to come later. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Kind of overshoots it just a little bit, but I can probably overshoot the arm a little bit as well and give it a little bit less, a little bit more time. Yeah, it comes up more naturally now. And now I can kind of just maybe make a wave here. It probably won't be, ooh, wow, be careful. Probably won't be fast enough, to tell you the truth. Probably it's going to be, needs to be probably twice as fast, but let's see. Oh, not so bad. I think I want it to be faster. So you're here, he rotates out. These are going to have to be faster. I don't like when he drops his hand here, so need to bring that arm back up. Goes here. He's not dropping his hand. Here he's dropping that hand as well. So he's kind of keeping it steady. Hello. Oh, that's okay. Let me double click that clavicle. Do I have a key? Oh, that's his head. That's not his clavicle. So now I'm gonna bring his arm back to where it should be in the natural state of things. That probably would be enough to bring it back here to 4. So I think what we can do is go back and just copy this pose here. I'm going to go now to the right viewport. Oh, sorry. Go to the right viewport. Double click. So you can see here it has a key here on the other layer. That's why it's white. So that lets me know that if I actually I'm going to have to go back to where it's not in that position. So I need to go back. Don't say don't crash. Yeah, almost crashed there. Let me go back to a key where I know the arm is in the right position, back. And for instance, something like here. Kind of hard to see, but as soon as it turns white, you can see that there's a key there. That little line shows me that there's a key. So I think, I have the whole clavicle and arm selected. I'm going to copy that pose. Copy posture. And it shows that arm. There we go. Nice. And then I'm going to go to where I want to drop it back down. I said I wanted to drop it after he's waving here. I might have to fix that key here. I don't like that. It's up a little bit, but we'll take care of that. And it's when he's back. Now I need to paste that. And hopefully there was enough time for him to do that without it being unnatural. Let's see. Howdy. And he's back into the walk. Here we go. Not bad. So let's do this now and bring his body back. Let's find his body, and for this, let's bring his body back. So we need a front view for this, and we rotate it. These keys, and the first key, we actually brought it down when I think this is when we had a, it's going to be a little bit harder now. Let's see what we did here. I think his head was the first key. So on 330, and it looks like that's the touch key. Yeah. So what I can do is go to, we have the touch key, right? And basically, I think just copy the spine and the head. All right. I'll select the spine, all three spines and the head. I didn't even touch the neck. Copy posture. And I'll figure out where I want to yeah, let me just delete that one and make sure I get the right one. Delete. Copy posture, because I want to copy it right on that key. Oh, actually, no, I don't want to copy it on that key. That's wrong. Let me delete that. Delete. Nope. Delete. Selected posture. What I want to do is I want to make sure I copy it on the key, on this key, to make it perfect. Back. It's not that much different. And I'm going to make sure that I copy it back, and now I'll just do copy posture. Okay, now I'm going to have to find a good key when he's ready to go back in his walk. So actually, you can go here, and the next step, when he's touching, which is 432, he can actually go back into his, and if I need, let's see, I hope it's, yeah, his arm's already down, it swung. So finish its swing. 1, 2, 3, 4 objects. Oh boy. That's okay. What we can do, we can if we need to, we can copy this key here and move it over. I think so. Yeah. So we're gonna do because this is gonna be a pretty long. You know what we can do? We can just make a key. Let's go back here. Right when the arm goes back, we'll make a key for that. We'll go here because the arm goes down. Right, that's back. We'll just make a key for those. There we go. Boom. And then, yeah. And then when he steps with that foot, just to make sure I get exactly where that foot steps. There it is. And now I can select these. I'm not sure if I need to select these. I think I do though. Let's see if I don't select those, what happens. Well, no, yeah, I have to select those. So it knows what keys to copy. And then we can just say copy posture or paste posture. And he's back in his walk. Boom, 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 and he keeps walking. Monster walking. Okay, let's take a bigger look at this. Let's actually go to my camera for this. Let's maximize it. Turn off auto key. Hopefully we don't need it. Howdy there. And he goes. Oh. I see a weird thing happening with the foot. I don't know why. I hope it's just my video call. Ah, you see that? The left foot goes back. You see that? I hope it's just my video card doing so. Oh, there's two. For some reason, there's two keys for that foot going back. I'm going to collapse the layer and I'll fix it. I don't know how that happened. I think when I went to select it a couple times, I moved it perhaps. Yeah, that should be easy enough to fix. There's an extra key that I just need to. I can fix that. So I'm gonna give myself more room, make sure I see all of that in there. Yeah, there's an extra move key. Don't know how I did that, but that's okay. So now, well, maybe I can. That's strange. I'm gonna get rid of this move key. Delete that. Yeah. I must have actually moved it by accident. And get rid of that move key. Now I could do like, if I wanted to, when the hand drops, I think I might as well. I'm here, I have the hand here, and let me go in a different view for this. Don't want to mess up my camera. I'm going to actually go perspective for this. Maximize it. Move it around here. Seldom do I use the view cube. Turn on. Okay, now what I'm going to do, ooh, I got to be careful, look at that. I didn't notice that before. I hope that's just this one key. He almost, he goes through his body a little bit on that one hand. And I don't think it's what I did now. I think that's the whole, but it's on the other side, so I never noticed it. Woo, well, only a couple times. We can live with that, except that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. So let's fix that. I'm going to turn on auto key. We don't want it to go through the body here. So I think I have the left hand. I'm going to go to move, going to go to local, and I'm just going to move it out a little bit and maybe up. I guess I can't move it up that way. Don't like that. Make sure it doesn't go through the body. Move it out. Ooh. And out a little bit. Oops. Bend the elbow just a little bit. Yeah, because he's getting ready to bring it up. That's why. It's a little bit of a... Let's move it out just a little bit. I think that should be okay. We don't really see it. Hope I didn't mess it up. Yeah, that's good. He actually kind of bends his arm a little bit. That's fine. Okay, so what did I want to do? I wanted to, I forgot what I was going to do on this one. I really forgot what I was going to do. So I saw that I needed to fix it. Why was I going to, what was I going to work on? Well, anyway, let me just take a look and see what I can do. Oh, I was going to put a little bit of, when it dropped back down, what I was going to do is put a little bit of, but first of all, what I have to do is, let's see, well, all of it's kind of bad, so I'm going to just actually fix this a little bit so it doesn't go through the body so much. So he drops it down. I'm going to make him bring it out just a little bit. Yeah, first of all. Let's select his arm here. And let's rotate it up maybe so it's away from the body. a little bit, and that should do it. So now all the rest of them will be fixed, needed to be fixed anyway. So it's a little bit further out from the body. Oh well, I think we needed that. Yeah, it was a little bit too close to the body. That's fine. So when it comes down, I want to just have that a little bit of a follow through of the hand, and then I can bring it back. We don't really see it, so not 100%. Yeah, you see how it kind of drops. That's nice, I like it. So, I believe now if we go to camera now, go all the way to frame 0. I forget. It's got to be towards. And then we'll see what happens. Oops, turn it off. And you know what I'm going to do with this camera? I think I'm going to move the camera so I don't see him in the very beginning because he's got the bad steps. We see him now. I think it's a bit mechanical at the beginning. Need some tweaks. But let's take another look at this. His head could actually be a little bit slower. So I need to be able to see these keys in here. Now, I haven't looked at my curve editor even once. And that's not necessarily a good thing. Some of these things I'm doing here, like for instance the head, I could easily I should actually go into the curve editor and try to fix those a little bit better. I want to maybe make him start a little bit earlier and have a little bit more time for this. And you know, don't know if I like this dip so much. Let me turn on auto key. Let me fix that. It's dipping just a little bit too much. Go here to local. And here we can have them dip down just a tiny bit, 1 or 2 degrees. And maybe, do I want to try to put an overshoot on this? I'm going to copy this key to here and then rotate it just a tiny bit. Let's take a look. And maybe what I can do, I don't know if we actually need this, because it's kind of a slow movement, so I probably don't need this. Let's move him a little bit the other direction before he turns. I think he kind of locks in a little bit fast here. More natural. I need to give myself a little bit more space here. I might even zoom the camera in a little bit. He kind of walks a little bit too far, so I'm going to take the camera, zoom it in, and see what happens with this. Also, when he waves, I want to have him to be a little bit more in the center. So let's see what happens with that. Ooh, well, oh yeah, we have this keys here. He's still, yeah, we still have him. Let's see. Yeah, we still have him in a good walk. So I'm going to go ahead and do a save as. Increment that save. Might as well, you know, I don't even need to collapse layers down. I'm going to keep the layers just in case I want to turn that wave off. I can. But if you want to collapse layers down, then actually, you know what? I will. I saved it without the collapse layers, and now I'm going to actually collapse it down and save one. Collapsed. Save as. This is 03. Collapsed. And I guess I'm going to be rendering this from 14 to 545. Strange that's telling me that my timeline is length 530. Yeah, okay, that makes sense because I started at frame 14. So basically that's it. Now to render this, it's going to take a while. So I'm going to show you how to do a quick preview.